In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to do an air on a wake surfboard. To be able to do this trick, you really want to make sure you have a proper understanding of wake surfing. So what I've done is created a free 3-step guide to constant progression. You can get that at the link in my description completely free. So there's a few things that you should know before you try an air, and that is starting at the back of the wave. Every trick that you'll ever do, you want to start at the back of the wave. So make sure that you have that implemented into your riding. The second thing is you want to know how to do an ollie in the flats. So an ollie in the flats is just loading the board and then popping. So you're going to use that trick and transition it to off the top of the wave. So for the air, you're going to start at the very back of the wave. You can use that right or left hand in the wave to help you drop back. Start at the back. You're going to initiate your forward momentum by just shifting your weight forward. So you're just going to get your upper and lower body forward over the nose of your board more. That's going to give you some extra speed coming forward. As you're coming forward, you're going to spot where you want to do your air. You should do the air about mid-wave or right at the peak of your wave. You don't want to be super close to the boat, and you don't want to be too far back as well. So as you're first learning them, you don't need to do them super big. Just think about popping straight off the top of the wave. You just want to stay aligned, pop straight off the top, and then land back down that line. Just do it the exact same way that you do the ollie in the flats. The only difference is you're doing it off the top of the wave now. So after you've felt the air or you've got a little bit of pop and you're landing back down that line, there's a couple of things that you can do to add more height. The first thing is using your upper body as well. So as you're coming down that line, load that front shoulder, either left shoulder if you're regular or right shoulder if you're goofy, into the wave. That's going to load your core, and as you're coming down, it's going to load your core, and then you're going to pop through the top just like you did on that regular air. But this time you're going to explode through the top with your upper body too. So you're not only using your lower body, but you're also using your upper body now too. So load that core, turn into the wave, and then pop through the top. Think about that chest exploding through the top too. After you get it to release, then you want to bring your knees to your chest. So that's the second aspect. A lot of people, their airs aren't super big because they're not getting their knees to their chest. If you can get your upper body higher and then get your knees to your chest, that's going to add another foot to your air if you do it correctly. So use that upper body, explode through the top, and then once you feel those fins release, bring the knees to your chest, and then think about being tight in a ball. It's really hard to bring your knees to your chest on an air. And one thing that you can do to bring your knees to your chest is grab your board with your back hand. So grabbing that board is going to cause you to bring your knees to your chest as well as get your chest over your knees. And then you can add that grab. So as you start to get bigger airs, you're going to have to land lighter. So this is the third aspect of it, and that's landing light. You can get away with not landing as light with smaller airs, but as you start to progress and get bigger airs, it's going to be more important that you land light. And we've talked about this in previous videos, but landing light is just absorbing the landing with your hips and thinking about landing like a cat. So you don't want to land super heavy and loud. Think about if you were jumping on the ground, landing without making any sound. So you want to do that same thing on your wake surfboard. When you're coming down off of that air, land light. So absorb the landing with your hips and don't land straight-legged. Land really light and then realign with that direction and that alignment of the wave. Just like every other trick, you don't want to rush this. Focus on form and everything working together, and your airs will start to get bigger and bigger. Like I said before, if you want to keep improving, you can get the 3 steps to constant progression completely free at the link in my description. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you subscribe for a video every Wednesday on wake surfing. Thank you so much for the support.